Hello and welcome to your Daily Five. I am Jane Gallina, also known as Airplane Jane, and you can follow me at Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, my website, cjanetrade.com, and also a leader at Ticker Talker. Should you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I am accessible and will answer your questions. All right, let's look first at Nikola. So Nikola just recently signed with Travel Centers of America for hydrogen fueling stations. And as you can see back here on the 22nd of April, we had a massive volume come in just after breaking out of the bottom. Now, the low for the 52-week low for Nikola was $960. The high was up over $99. So we're looking at a 90% discount for Nikola. Mentioned this week with my weekly swing pick list, already up roughly 40%. So looking for this to continue as long as we can break up above 1250. So looking for a projected target first off of $15. Now this does potentially offer longer term opportunity as well, as we saw that this was 90% discounted. And with the new green agenda of this new administration, we might see that this continues to move higher, especially with the price of fuel rising, which brings me to Exxon Mobil. We have seen that there has been a new resurgence in interest in Exxon and in particularly oil. Why? Well, as soon as Biden came in, he stopped the fracking. That increased the price of oil, as well as the fact that this year OPEC has gone to monthly meetings. And as a result, they are more in control of the price of oil per barrel. And it has led to a ginormous increase. You can see back here in the beginning of 2021, we were down at $40 for ExxonMobil. We shot up to roughly $63. And now we had a little bit of a pullback. We are breaking out of that downward trend, looking for an additional $7 move from this breakout, roughly a target of $64 for ExxonMobil. Next, I'm going to look at XLF. So the financials for the US, an ETF of many banks put together. Now, normally you'll see this is the seasonality chart from StockCharts. If you look at it, you see normally we have pretty flat line in February. This was 2020, a little bit of a rise for 2019 and 2018, and flatlined again for 2017. A rise in February a little bit. But of course, last year was an abnormal year, so we'll somewhat throw that out. But if we look at the past 3 years, it's been sort of flat for March, except for this year. We are hitting all-time highs. Looking for XLF to correct a little bit, as it seems like it's out of whack with reality. This might be in relation to the Fed buying back federally backed securities. So keeping that on watch to see what FOMC has to say today. Looking for XLF to potentially pull back to the 35.50 level or back down to 35. If we were to break back down below that, my next support level would be roughly $33. Part of this is also going to be in relation to JP Morgan. JP Morgan did have a double top, and we are in a downward trend, and we've broken below the support level of a longer term trend. Looking for it to hold resistance of 152.50 and a potential short target of 140. You might be asking why, Jane? Well, we had a lot of dark pool selling, and we also had insider selling on the 15th of April. The big red flag that caught my attention was the chief risk officer of JP Morgan was selling. That does not bode well with me, and I'm looking for more risk to come out in JP Morgan as to why she would potentially be selling. Last but not least, looking at QQQ Nasdaq 100 ETF. We have hit a double top here, and as we've seen, the volume is starting to slow down. Big volume reversal signal back in the middle of April. And now we're slowly trending down. A lot of talk about social media. We just had Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee yesterday, talking about the new regulations and algorithms to scan political talk. They're also going to be brought in front of the Senate and the House May 26th and 27th. So really keeping a watch as to what is going to happen to the big names for the Qs, as well as the fact that we do have major earnings going on this week. We had Microsoft pulling back, we have Apple tomorrow. So keeping all of these on watch. And again, looking at that seasonality for the Qs, on average, we tend to have a little bit of an upside, but we tend to have a downward turn in the beginning of May. So we are in that last week of April, keeping that on watch for a bit of a downward turn right now, and then a continuation move to the upside. We are definitely at an extreme with a rebound from the low back in March. If you all would like to also check out my Ticker Talker Leader profile, I do offer up my newsletter there every day, as well as a live stream of me building my watch list. Thank you for joining me. That's your Daily 5 for today.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.